Spurs haven't had a shot on target in Premier League football for the last 2 hours, 16 minutes. Everton have lost 9 times at Goodison Park during the calendar year of 2021. It's Antonio Conte's first game in charge as Tottenham Hotspur head coach in Premier League football. This is the match preview, Everton v Spurs. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. No, the smile has not gone from my face yet. Antonio Conte is the new Tottenham Hotspur head coach. I'm absolutely delighted, but what a week it has been as a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Of course, Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by the club on Monday. Antonio Conte coming in on Tuesday. Of course, he took charge for his very first game as Tottenham Hotspur head coach on Thursday night in the Europa Conference League, beating Vitesse Arnhem 3-2. Anyway, I'll be previewing the Everton v Spurs game in this video, going through all of the team news, Antonio Conte's comments, looking at the league table, all of the match facts and stats, my predicted lineup and my score prediction, also all of the match details and how you can watch it on TV. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Now, before we get into it, as I just said there, Antonio Conte has got off to the perfect start, winning his first game 3-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Thursday in the Europa Conference League. This is Antonio Conte's first game in charge as Tottenham Hotspur head coach in the Premier League. I am really looking forward to this game. Obviously going up to Goodison Park on Sunday afternoon. And the club, all of the fans, everyone just feels so energised now that Antonio Conte has come in. Everything that he has been saying in the press conferences, after the games, etc., he is talking like a Tottenham Hotspur fan. He has been saying all of the things that we have been saying, and about the infrastructure off the pitch is fantastic, and now it must be on the pitch as well. And every comment that he is coming out with, I'm absolutely delighted with. It seems that he is working those players very hard. He is very passionate. He is a born winner, and I'm hoping desperately that he brings success to this club. Let's start with the team news, and let's start with Tottenham's team news. Now, Spurs head coach Antonio Conte will be without wing-back Ryan Sessegnon, and winger Brian Hill is a doubt because of the thigh injury that has ruled him out of consecutive matches. Team news for Everton, 4 players will be missing for them. Striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin, also Decore, Gomez and Mina are all out of this Premier League clash. So let's look at the Premier League table. Tottenham are currently 10th in the Premier League table. We all know it has been a very up and down season. We've played 10 games, we've won 5 and we have lost 5. We have a dreadful goal difference, -7. 15 points. Everton are just behind us, a point behind us, in fact. They're in 11th. They have played 10. Their season has been very up and down as well. They have won 4. They have lost 4. They have drawn 2. Their goal difference is 0. Now, it's very fair at the moment to say that Everton boss Rafa Benitez and the club are really struggling at the moment. They have only picked up 1 point out of a possible 12 in their last 4 games. And that point came back on the 2nd of October in a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Since then, they have lost 1-0 at home against West Ham. They have lost 5-2 at home against Watford. And in their last result on Monday, the 1st of November, they lost 2-1 to Wolves at Molineux. So in our last 2 Premier League games, of course, we have really struggled. Losing 1-0 at West Ham United and then losing 3-0 last weekend at home against Manchester United. In last weekend's game, we didn't have a shot on target in the entire 90 minutes. We didn't have a shot on target in the whole of the second half in the previous game against West Ham United. We haven't had a shot on target now in the Premier League for 2 hours, 16 minutes. The last time was in the 44th minute, Harry Kane having a shot at the London Stadium against West Ham. Now let's get into the match facts and stats, and Everton seem to be a good opponent for Tottenham Hotspur because Spurs have won 27 Premier League games against Everton, more than against any other side. Everton's only victory in the past 17 league meetings came at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last season. Of course, it was the opening fixture for Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We lost 1-0 to that Dominic Calvert-Lewin header, who of course won't be playing in this Sunday's fixture. And Spurs were unbeaten on their last 8 top-flight visits to Goodison Park. Now, as I said earlier, Everton are in dreadful form at the moment. They are really needing the points and their fans are unhappy as well. Everton are aiming to avoid a 4th straight league defeat for the first time since October 2019. Rafa Benitez could equal his longest Premier League losing streak as a manager, set on 3 occasions whilst at Newcastle. A 10th defeat of 2021 at Goodison Park would match the club record for the most home losses in a calendar year, set back in 1929, 1958 and back in 1993. New Tottenham Hotspur head coach Antonio Conte is the 4th person to manage both Chelsea and Tottenham in the Premier League. The other 3 being Glenn Hoddle, AVB and Jose Mourinho. AVB is the only one of Tottenham's last 7 managers, including caretaker managers, not to win their first Premier League game in charge of the club. And Tottenham have only scored 9 league goals this season, our fewest after 10 games since the 2013-2014 season. And a stat that I said earlier, Spurs haven't had a shot on target in their last 2 hours, 16 minutes of Premier League football since a Harry Kane effort in the 44th minute against West Ham. The clubs have met a total of 58 times in Premier League history, Tottenham winning 27 of them, Everton winning 9 of them, and the other 22 finished as a draw. Everton have won only 5 games in the Premier League at Goodison Park against Spurs, with Tottenham winning 10 times at Goodison Park. As I said earlier, we've only scored 9 goals in our 10 Premier League games so far, giving us an average goals scored per match 0.9 to Everton's 1.6. We both have, Everton and Spurs, we both have an average goals conceded per match of 1.6. Clean sheets, Tottenham have kept 3 so far in our first 3 games of the season to Everton's 2. Chances created per match, Tottenham 1.2 and Everton not that much better at 1.4. New Tottenham Hotspur head coach Antonio Conte has been talking ahead of this Everton game in the Premier League, and he said, "We played Thursday night and on Friday morning we watched a video with the positive and negative things that happened. And I know that the players can be a bit tired after the game, but when you don't have the time, you have to try and exploit every second of the day." Antonio Conte then went on to say the most important thing is we have to have the will to work, the enthusiasm to do this with the players, and for this reason I ask for patience because we need a bit of time. The club have had a great vision to build an important stadium, a fantastic training ground, and we need to build something important on the pitch. We need a bit of time, but we want to do it. When asked about our opponents on Sunday, Antonio Conte said, "We are talking about a really good team, a strong team, and a really good manager who has won a lot in his career. The atmosphere at Goodison Park is an important atmosphere, and for sure we have to bring a strong game, and we need to prepare in the right way. We have one day, but we will do our best." So let's get into my predicted lineup and my score prediction. Let's start with the score prediction I've been saying all week. I think that Tottenham are going to win this game 2-0. We haven't won a game this season by more than 1 clear goal. And I think that Sunday afternoon is the afternoon that we're going to put this right. Certainly in Antonio Conte's first Premier League game in charge as Tottenham Hotspur head coach. The way that he saw that... You know, we went 3-0 up against Vitesse Arnhem on Thursday. We know that we can score goals. That is why it was so frustrating under the management of Nuno Espirito Santo, not even having a shot on target. And that stat that I read out earlier, 2 hours, 16 minutes in Premier League football, we haven't had a shot on target. It is crazy when you have world-class stars in the team, such as Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. And the way that we conceded those 2 goals against Vitesse Arnhem, I think that in the last day or two, I think that Antonio Conte would have been working on our defence heavily. Hours and hours and hours, I reckon, it would have been working on our defence and putting things right. So I'm confident of us keeping a clean sheet on Sunday. And as we all know, Antonio Conte loves to play a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-1-2. And I think he's going to do exactly that against Everton on Sunday. Hugo Lloris in goal. This is what I think that Antonio Conte will put out. Hugo Lloris in goal, our captain. And then the back three of Christian Romero, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Wing backs, Emerson Royal and Sergio Reguilon. And by the way, I thought that them two had done tremendously well against Vitesse Arnhem, and it gives them two a lot more freedom to get forward and put crosses in. I think the midfield he will go with is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and I think that Tanguy Ndombele will come into this team for Sunday's game. I know he's on the bench on Thursday, but I think that Antonio Conte will make a change or two in this match. And then the forward three, Lucas Moura, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. So the game kicks off at Goodison Park on Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. kickoff. The match officials for this Premier League clash, the referee will be Chris Kavanagh. His assistants will be Dan Cook and Harry Leonard. The fourth official is Anthony Taylor. VAR is Jonathan Moss. And his assistant VAR is Mark Perry. Now, how can you watch this game on TV? Sunday's match is sadly not available to watch live on TV in the UK, with the Arsenal v Watford and West Ham v Liverpool being the choices for Super Sunday on Sky Sports. However, do visit the website Live Football on TV for any other listings. However, you can watch the highlights of the Everton v Spurs game on Match of the Day 2 on BBC One from 10:30. And the game is also on BBC Radio 5 Live. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, your score prediction and your predicted lineup. As you can probably tell, I'm hugely excited about this game. I have gone for a 2-0 Spurs win. Harry Kane and Heung-min Son to score the goals. We haven't won a game in the Premier League this season by more than 1 goal. So I'm hoping that Sunday afternoon we get the job done. Antonio Conte is smiling. We can carry on smiling and have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.